What's going on, everybody? It's your backyard gardener coming to you with another video on the figs. So I got a lot of questions from the last video of propagating, and there's a few things that I'm doing now. Today what I'm doing is preparing them to overwinter. As you can see, these right here were my extra cuttings that I had that grew in the trees. I just popped off. I'm going through. I'm popping off a lot of the limbs, and because you don't really see the white milky sap coming out of them, here you do on this one. That lets me know that they have went dormant. Now the ones that my friend is bringing out of the greenhouse, those haven't quite went dormant, so I'm going to start treating those on my front porch with the fungus net treatment, because I need to do at least 2 applications to kill the larvae and to kill whatever is in there. Also, it's organic, so it's nothing that's going to be harmful to me or my plant. So these are the ones I have left, and of course I have a goji berry, and I have an olive plant that already been taken up front. So I'm gonna take you up front, show you. We're gonna mix the stuff up. This is my Desert King here, so you can see the difference between these, how green they are, and then the difference between those over there. So the greenhouse is working. I got my installation all up in here, but it's just not gonna hold enough. It's not going to hold enough heat in the middle of the winter. So I'm going to start hardening these off, leave them on the porch a couple of days, let the frost hit them. I'm going to harvest a lot of my leaves and dehydrate them for tea. Look up the health benefits for fig leaves. You'll be surprised. So I'm going to come back to you after I get these. These are the ones that I'm going to make out of cuttings and ship out to different people. And when I do my cuttings, I like to do at least an 8-inch cutting, and as you can see, they're going to produce figs. But this one, these I'm going to take off. You got figs all back there. This one particular variety is, this is a MLK. That's an MLK. I don't think I have a Chicago Hardy. All my Chicago Hardys I took in. Yep, here goes Chicago Hardy. Perfect. So I'm going to be sending some Chicago Hardy cuttings out, some MLK, and whatever else I have over here out to some of my subscribers, so that you guys can start propagating. So I told you I'm going to keep doing the videos on the figs, because that's what I have going right now is the figs. And I'm going to post a couple of pictures of them as ones that have ripened and tell you what it will look like. So we'll do that as well. Over here, I'm going to cut back my plants. As you can see, frost have hit them hard. I told you I'm in Michigan zone 6B, and we have had 2 or 3 frosts, so it's time to cut these back like I was told by TT. Now, if I take you down, look at the stalk on that. That's a really nice stalk. So I am going to cut them back, and I'm going to insulate this pot, and I'm going to sit them in a greenhouse and see if they'll come back next year. Lemon balm is doing good. It's going to come back next year as well. So let me get to work, and I'll come back with another part. We're one step closer to taking all my figs that was in the greenhouse to the house. But this is what I want to do. I'm going to see how green the leaves are. I'm going to water these all with the treatment. I'm going to water them today. And then Wednesday I'm going to water them again with the treatment. And that should start to kill off the fungus gnats or whatever else might be up in these pots. After that, frost will hit them a couple of times, but I'm going to harvest a lot of these leaves today and dehydrate them. And the rest, let frost hit them, harden them off for the winter so that the sap stop flowing. They go into dormancy. And then I'm going to store them in my basement over in a really cool area of my basement. So that's what I got today. I got a lot of questions about cuttings. And I'm trying to answer them all through your messages about propagating and storing. For jump off, I am in zone 6B, Michigan, and we get pretty cold here because we're surrounded by all the Great Lakes. And for Woman Homestead, the burlap, you can get it at Home Depot, you can get it at Lowe's. It's just burlap. It's not the sack, but it's just the burlap material. You get it in the garden department on a roll. It should cost you about $8 or $9. One roll should really be more than enough for you. Just kind of wrap it around your plant and put them in the garage, but let the frost hit it a couple of times where your leaves start to fall off. That's when you know your plant has gone into dormancy. It's not going to hurt your plant at all. Just let the frost hit it a couple of times because we're not going under 30s, so that should hit it. So these are, mine are still out and they're out in the element. And see, any more questions? I can't remember if I had any more questions, but yeah, this is your backyard gardener. Again, I got cuttings that I'm finna start cutting and storing and mailing them out. If you want cuttings, just email me. I'll put another description, link description in the description box for my Gmail address. Send me your address and I'll send them out to you so that you too can start having. Now remember, these are the cuttings from last year. All of these, and they're trees now. So next year, I plan to have very good fruit. A lot of these have already fruited, but none ripened because the plant was so small. I was pinching them off, popping them off so that it can study a little bit on the growth of the plant. So it's your backyard gardener saying happy gardening, everybody.